Welcome back, everyone. This is Pilot Needles, and today we are going to take a look at missions and how they operate with a minimum level character. My character here is level 20, which is the minimum level you can be and still be able to enter into missions. And right here we have a Longbeard Stable Master who is going to be taking us to the location where we can do the missions out in the Elder Slade.
Hail! Have you come to heed the summons to war?
You've come to heed the summons to war. My goats will take you to Prince Durin at Anakurfu with much haste. Goats. I notice here that we see neither any horses nor goats here in this area. Let us head on here, and this just has one location we can go to, and that's to Anakurfu, which is the war room. And we have made it here. So now I need to speak with Durin, who is up in this direction. Now, one of the things I want to do is see how viable it is to do missions at level 20, whether it's something that becomes very taxing for a level 20. Oh, that's glowing. This is Durin. Hello.
Welcome, friend. There is much to do before the battle to come.
Welcome, friend. I am glad that have the assistance of brave adventurers such as you. There is much to be done before the battle to come. We face a massive army of orcs, trolls, wargs, goblins, and who knows what other foul creatures lurk in the mountain stronghold. Their leader is Gorgar the Ruthless, son of Bolg, the grandson of Azog. All dwarves know these names, for we faced those vile commanders in the last great war, dwarves and orcs. I have an army of longbeards, Jelruka, and even a few stout axes behind me, but I fear our enemies far outnumber us. We must be clever and do what we can to weaken our foes before we engage them on the battlefield. Report to one of my commanders in charge of the war effort, the Longbeard here, Glowing. He will direct you in your efforts where they are needed the most. Right? So that's what we have there. And over here, we have a quartermaster here and all. Now, I believe the people here are mainly for the top level characters, and that you have a rewards vendor here for generals, say for the Gabalaka. I'll find out later, and I think he will have some dailies for you after you unlock everything. But first, let's speak with Glowing.
Have you come to lend aid to the war effort?
Yes, I've come to lend aid. Now, of course, the real thing is this mission
hope
here.
You are ready, because I will be putting you to work right away.
Now, Glowing has the storyline missions, and this is a storyline that runs through the mission. So the first storyline one is to unlock the rest of the missions. And I was going to say it's maybe a little bit of a tutorial, but it's not as an explicit a tutorial. In fact, this is probably one of the more intricate missions that you have out there. I hope you're ready, Pine Seed, because I will be putting you to work right away. Your first mission will be to scout the main gates of Gundabad itself, but don't worry. I will not be sending you there alone. Go and speak with our scout master, Alsma. She'll be accompanying you into enemy territory. So storyline ones all involve Alsma here, while the rest of the missions, they tend to be either you alone or perhaps maybe with another player. I believe they're all 1 to 2 players.
A pleasure to meet you. I am Alzma of the Stout Axe clan.
These Longbeard Prince has named me the scout master of his army. This is a wise decision, I think, for I possess some skills that the Longbeards and Jelruka do not. A harsh life in Mordor required those of my clan to learn how to evade the notice of our captors, and of course, how to conceal our weapons and strike without warning. You may think that is not honorable way to fight, and maybe you're correct, but slaves do not have such luxury. To my people, there was only survival, and the use of such skills proved necessary. If the prince will like me to use my skills to remove foul orcs from the sacred site of his people, I am happy to oblige. And you, Pine Seed, will help in this. Let's begin. Yes. She points to Gunabad and a large map on the table in front of you. Our prize is heavily fortified and swarming with orcs, trolls, and wargs of all kinds. We will wait until night, slip past their patrols, and see it with our own eyes. The first step of any strategy, the gathering of intelligence. We depart at dusk. So we need to complete the mission, the main gates. The gates of Gunabad are heavily fortified. Only by approaching with stealth can you remain unseen. Your mission is to scout the main gates of Gunabad with Ozma. And there's a little twist here, reinforcements, because all missions have some sort of twist, because monsters in this mission will attempt to summon allies to the fight. Fortunately, at level 20 I received shield slams, so I might be able to stop them if necessary. It's after dusk, all right. Well, what do you say, Ozma?
We're close now. We should get off the road to avoid being seen by orc patrols.
The plan is to head towards the bridge while avoiding as many orcs as we can and get a better look at the main gates. Stay close to me, and if we're spotted, do not let them call for their allies. Strike them down quickly. We don't want the orcs knowing we're here. All right, fine.
This way, we can use these rocks for cover.
All right, there's an orc there. And yeah, okay, interrupt. Okay, good. Now, one of the things that they did is in an update just before this one, they had. There you go. In the update before this one, they gave many of the characters new abilities at level 20 for removal corruptions and for doing interrupts. So the shield bash skill, for example, and reducing the level. I think it was Darkest Before Dawn, which they Reversal. Reversal is the skill that they added here. But you see, I am getting XP for it. There was a question there on whether or not you get XP, and I did see in Bulwer that we did. But it's good to be able to confirm this now, that I am getting XP for all the monsters. I'm getting 100 XP for each one, which I think is reasonable at level 20.
Someone's coming.
Who's sneaking around in the dark out here? What? It's
Uh-oh. Well, we have to take care of that one. There you go. Defeated the orc patrol.
We need to keep moving. Someone might come to investigate the noise.
Are you ready to...
continue?
Yeah, I'm ready to continue. I'm ready to continue as soon as... Oh, okay, that's... Had to wait for the cripple to be finished before I did that. Alright, we got that warg up ahead. I presume that we're going to going right in... No, she avoids the warg. Alright. Good thing I didn't go and swipe that warg right away. But this warrior are definitely going to have to fight. And there's Black Arrow too, apparently. Yeah, I think he... Apparently at this level, of course, the mobs, I think, tend to be thin on their morale at this level when you're doing this.
Hold. A few orcs talking nearby. Let us listen in.
Why do we have to spend all night patrolling out here? I'm hungry.
Because Gorgar says so, idiot. You disobey him, you're going to end up as warg food.
Gorgar thinks the dwarves are preparing for war and might come sneaking up here.
Dwarves? Sneaking? Ha!
Dwarf sneaking.
Yeah, what do you boys think about those hobgoblins? The boss acts real strange around them.
You're better off keeping your nose out of it. They What is it, Warg? Smell something.
What?
Uh-oh.
Oh, here they come. Let's get ready for a fight.
Yeah. Apparently I'm a tasty snack for the warg.
A couple of little lost push dogs. Get them, boys!
But it's funny how they say, dwarves sneaking? Oh, that's right, because I'm unlocking all these things that you get level 20. Well, not very good at my... Wait, getting all these things. Did he get... Oh, yeah, he summoned his reinforcement there, unfortunately, because... No, no, not... Don't... Don't... Oh, well. That's the problem is where I have that interrupt is I sometimes accidentally hit it.
That's what happens when you underestimate a stout axe. Come, we're near Gundabad now.
Alright. There you go. But anyway, usually at level 20, the mobs are a little weak. I have a feeling it might be similar to how they do it in skirmishes, where you don't have all your skills yet, so they make sure they're not too strong on there. So I think we've got that on there, but it does mean that, of course, it's viable to do them. I haven't seen any trouble with this. Now we continue along. But as I said earlier, the missions can be done either by one character or two. So if you're particularly squishy and you need company, or if you otherwise want to do it with a friend, no problem. If you got two friends with you, then it could be a problem because it only goes up for one or two.
Orcs of Uvarmach! Hear me! Our old foes, the dwarves gathered and ready for war. They seek to exterminate us like vermin, to rip us from our mountain home. I, Gorgar the Ruthless, son of Bolg, will never let that happen. I will protect us. Blood and glory await us in battle, boys. Orcs, prepare for war!
His rousing speech.
They were outmatched.
If they were smart, they would have sent someone to alert the rest of our presence and summoned reinforcements. But they're orcs, and their misplaced pride got the better of them. Now that we're near, let's see what the main gates look like. She peers across the river and grimaces at what she sees. Certainly crawling with orcs, but not much in the way of barriers. That big one there must be Gorgar. Well, the fact that he yelled out his name so that we could all hear didn't give you the hint. We must assume that this crowd is only a small fraction of the orcs living inside the mountain as well. I have seen and heard enough. Let's get out of here, I suppose. Oh, that's good. Now, whenever you finish a mission, a dwarf arrives to help you with it. Now, if you're at level cap, a chest appears when you finish it, and the chest gives you a little extra reward. If you're at level cap, if you're below level cap, or it might be some other level threshold. If you're level 20 or well below level caps, then you don't get a chest there. Instead, you only get the reward that you get when you turn it in. The extra ones that you get level cap are a little bit extra reward. Now let's get out of here.
Well done. Let us return to Anakurfu.
Yep. Mission accomplished.
It seems the prince's fears about our enemy's strengths were well founded.
I will leave you to report our findings to Commander Glowing. It seems the prince's fears about our enemy's strength is well founded. I will begin planning scouting missions with Horin, representative of the Joruka clan. I hope you're prepared for the amount of work ahead for us. Yeah, most likely. So now to Glowing.
It is as we feared. This promises not to be a simple clash, but a lengthy siege.
Yes. This promises to be a lengthy siege. We must make preparations to prevent an overwhelming defeat on the battlefield and to keep the orcs from holding inside the mountains and waiting us out. I ask that you do your part to advance the war effort. Work with Ozma and Horin, and slowly but surely we will win this war. Alright, so we complete this mission completed. Now this is the OPE storyline one, so they give a few more Gabalaka war marks than a regular mission. I think the regular ones give you 2, and then maybe another 1 or 2 if you get the bonus chest for being at level, for being at level cap. So finish that up, but I should get some XP for that. Yes. So I went up 1 bar on here, so that's about 20% gained on that. But of course, this was a special mission, so we will have to check out a regular mission also to see how much XP they give. Now, Ozma here has 3 missions, and I think if it's like it was on Bulwer, that Horin here will probably have 5. Yes. So it looks like they have 5 and 3, so that's 8 per day. So they're probably 10 rotations worth then to give a total of 80. Assuming that the storyline ones aren't included in that count of 80. So, let's see. Area of interest. I have a new mission for you, Pineleaf. My scouts have come back from Stormwall. The old ruins have not been properly surveyed, and a group was running short on time and supplies. We must return to properly survey the structure of the old ruins. Stormwall is in disrepair, but it could be a great keep and forge again one day. So we are going to check that out while we're in the middle of a war. Oh, yippity-doo. And you see here 2. So these normally will give you 2 each. And you also get 500 reputation with the Gabalaka. So let's check on this area of interest. And within the ruins of Stormwall, the vacant lair of Etterfang remains vastly unexplored. Your mission to survey the ruins of Stormwall. Twisted, shared corruption, monsters and suspicion will apply a corruption buff to nearby allies. That's the thing about missions. They all have this little twist in them. But I think it's time for us to go. We have arrived at Stormwall. Now, time for the mission here. I'm assuming we're going to be finding some enemies at some point. Yes, I can see the red dot. So you do get red dots in missions. Bugs? Are these? I don't think these are actually the main enemies because that. But he does have a corruption. Well, I killed him faster than the corruption could be there, so I couldn't exactly see what that corruption was. But looks like we have some. The Roomful Burrower. Well, we could take care of that. Alright, yeah. So, keep on hitting the wrong button there. I'll have to see if I can do something about making sure I don't hit the shield bash by accident. Survey spot. So I need to check out 10 survey spots, and I don't think I have to kill all the bugs, but of course we do tend to have bugs in the area of oh, it looks like that bug there is bugged. A bug bugged. Well, we have to do something about that. Alright, that time I hit the right one. But actually needing to use reversal at level 20. That's so strange. Alright, now to kill a few more bugs and to survey a few more walls. It's a good thing that all these survey spots are nice and bright, and that they go to being dark again once you're finished with everything. But that completes the mission, so it looks like all I have to do is to check those survey spots, and now to find the dwarf at the end. Now, if you're at cap or whatever level they start to bring out the chest, then I suppose that you could just leave instance instead, because at this level I don't have to worry about a chest here. Ready to go? Yep, done. It looks like we got a bit of XP from our kills in the mission. Now what about the actual finishing it? Well done! With the survey efforts, we should be able to assess Stormwall for repairs. This may need to wait until after Gundabad has been claimed, as Stormwall will need many hands to bring splendor back to its halls. Well, at least you realize that. So let's have a look at that. Boom! A nice little amount of XP gained there. 2 more of these war marks. Deed bestowed. Missions. The War of Three Peaks, 1 of 80. Alright, I see that the daily did not open up. I could be that the daily either doesn't open up on the first day you do the missions, or you don't get it until you're a certain level. That's always another possibility. So I'll have to do a little bit more experimentation on that matter. But that's our first mission complete here at Anaherfu, and this shows you that missions, yes, are something that you could do at level 20 without too much trouble. But that's it for today, and this is Pilot Noodles reminding you to quest responsibly.